Before you blame yourself for not finishing, remember this. Most people get stuck for a reason. Most beginners do not get stuck because they lack ability. They get stuck when the project is too big, too confusing, or too hard to finish all at once. In the next few minutes, I will show you how to make it manageable again. Is this really about you, or do you simply need to try harder? If you picked a website template, wrote some text, recorded a video clip, or opened Canva and paused, this is for you. A half-finished project does not prove you cannot do it. It usually means that the next step became unclear or the finish line moved too far away. So yes, this is relevant. And the problem probably is the size of the project, not your ability. Does it matter if the project sits unfinished a little longer? An unfinished project can quietly drain your confidence. It also keeps you from learning what real viewers or visitors actually need. You don't have to finish everything today, but taking one small step now can replace frustration with momentum. This matters because taking action builds confidence more than just waiting for it. Why should this approach work for someone like you? Hi, if we haven't met yet, I'm Gordon DL, and I've spent years learning online tools, turning complicated projects into steps that beginners can follow. One of the first websites I built for my own passion project was called the Trumpet Project, and it seemed to take months to finally get it to the place where I felt comfortable. One of the first sites I built for my own passion project was called the Trumpet Project, and it seemed to take months to finally get it to a place where I felt comfortable in launching it. The problem I was faced with was I didn't have a clear message about the purpose of it, or that I tried to cover too many different areas. I wanted it to be something that would represent my performance projects, and also the teaching I wanted to do. But also I wanted it to be an area of valuable information to those that might visit the site. What I was missing was a clear vision of who the audience was, the problem that I could solve for them, and how I could move them towards that solution. If I was to start the same page again today, I would have greater clarity on who I wanted to help and have the content come out of that, not the fire hose approach that I used then. Online After 50 offers patient, practical help. My promise is to work with you to find that clear next step and support when the process becomes uncomfortable. What happens if you keep approaching the project in the same way? You may keep changing colors, rewriting sentences, watching more tutorials, and waiting for the perfect equipment. That feels like work, but it avoids the decision to finish. If build my website or start YouTube remains one enormous task, it will continue to feel difficult to begin. So what is the simplest way to get moving again? Make the finish line smaller. Your first website can be one clear page. Your first YouTube channel can be a name, a description, a profile image, and one helpful video. Before you begin, decide what finished means. For a first version, finished means clear, useful, and published, not perfect and not complete forever. For example, the YouTube page for Online After 50 is a rebranding of the channel that I started for the one-page web builder course 2 years ago. When I revisited this a month ago, I realized that the scope of it was too narrow. I figured that out when people started asking me about creating supportive courses for some of the most used apps like Canva, Descript, and platforms like YouTube. This new channel can encompass all of these areas, but what I have to do is replace the large project with short milestones that I can complete one at a time. When the first version becomes smaller, the project becomes something you can actually finish. Here are 6 actions that turn an unfinished project into a manageable work. 1. Choose one project, either the website or the YouTube channel, not both. 2. Decide on the simplest, useful version you could publish. 3. Write 3 milestones, such as a headline, 1 image, and the contact button. 4. Schedule 1 weekly appointment. Work for 30 to 60 minutes and complete only 1 task. And 5. Keep a question list and get support. Do not let one problem stop the entire project. And finally, 6. Publish it before it feels perfect. Your first website is not carved in stone, and your first video is not a final exam. Improve them after people begin using them. Choose one project, one small finish line, and one next step. Then keep moving. Now, ask yourself this question. Is a simple version really worth publishing? Yes, because a published first version can help someone. It also gives you real feedback instead of leaving you alone with guesses and second thoughts. Whether it's a web page or a YouTube channel, this is the place where you can start to share your voice with others. You are now able to direct people to a place where they can find out more about the work that you're doing. This is the opportunity to get that real feedback and to move forward. Each complicated milestone makes the next one easier, and each response shows you what to do to improve. So what's the simplest way to get unstuck? Select a project, and then break it down into smaller milestones. Plan the work, seek support, and release a helpful first version. And here's your first action step. Within 24 hours, choose one unfinished task that you can complete in 30 minutes. Schedule that half hour and finish only that task. If you would like, share your one small task in the comments. Naming it is a good way to begin. If this video is valuable to you, click the like button and also subscribe. And then check out the next video in the series where we dive deeper into the website building path by considering budget, time, desired independence, and the need for support. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.